Well, here we are, final five. Yeah, we've made it. Congratulations, everybody. Yeah, well, this has been quite the journey. So we're good with Katie. Yeah, I think it's a very simple vote. We don't really need to rock the boat very much. This is final four. Yeah, easy vote coming up. So last night's tribal council was a little bit more stressful than I thought it would be. I did see Ken and Katie working together, but Darryl and Grace were a little bit concerned about the vote. They didn't really want to go in the direction we had it, but they stuck with us. I didn't really have any pressure on my shoulders because I had the immunity necklace, but I knew if Owen went out, I probably wasn't going to get past final four. So, yeah, hopefully we can get rid of Katie, and then whatever happens at final four, I remain there to get to the end. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a battle after final four, but we'll see what happens. Hey Katie, can we talk? Sure. I'm sorry I didn't vote with you guys at last night's tribal. Yeah, it's okay. Is there a reason why? Well, me and Darryl, you voted for me like a few tribal councils ago. I don't really remember when, but it was a difficult decision, so we just stuck with the alliance we were in. But now it's got me thinking. At final five, if you go home, I'm then going to be in the final four with three very big challenge beasts. If me and Darryl work with you to take out either Natalie or Owen, we're in a pretty comfortable situation. So you're now willing to flip? Yes. Well, how can I know that I can trust you? I'm the only person who's talking to you right now. As far as Natalie and Owen are concerned, that you're the next to go, but I have a feeling that a bigger move can be made tonight. Okay. So, I think now is the time that I start really branching away. I considered doing it at last night's tribal. I didn't go through it because I didn't trust Ken and Katie all that much. But now that Katie is all by herself, she's going to be desperate. And I feel like if I can get me and Darryl to work with her and take out Natalie and Owen, two very big challenge threats, that might give me a better chance of winning final three immunity. It will be difficult. The chances of me winning are quite slim, but I have a better chance, I think, beating Darryl and Katie at final immunity than Natalie and Owen. So we just see how it goes. Plus, it will be a big move, getting rid of Natalie and Owen. I don't know how to feel about this move that Grace wants to go through with. I think it's my only option. I mean, I have a little bit of connections with Owen, not that much. Natalie, I don't like her very much. I don't think she likes me, so there's no point in trying to flip those two. So I guess this is my only option. I don't know if she's trying to pull a fast one on me. So I'm going to try my hardest at today's immunity challenge. And if I win it, that's good, because it means I'm not going home. So, yeah, that's really my game plan at the moment. But if I don't, then I'm going to have to put full trust in Grace and Darryl. Okay, I think at this point, Katie is going to be quite an easy competitor to beat at the end. So I think we spare her to get rid of Owen and Natalie. Okay, I get the idea, but I personally disagree. I mean, Katie doesn't really have our best interests at heart. She can't do anything by herself, though. Get that. But I personally think Owen and Natalie are the better bets. I mean, the reason why I don't want to put them on the jury, right, and then they get pissy with us and then feel bitter, because I don't know if I know Owen won't be like that, but I have a feeling Natalie will. And I just feel like overall, they have a better chance. I think we have a better chance of taking them further in the game than keeping Katie over them. Okay, I understand keeping Katie, but I don't like Katie. Plus, I like Natalie and Owen. Me and Owen are bros. I love him, he's a good guy. I want to take him as far as I can, most likely final three. Natalie, a little bit more dangerous. I have plans to get rid of her. Could be now, but I have a feeling maybe later. I really like those two more than Katie. I don't really want to rock the boat. I know it's final five, it's kind of a bit, if you're going to make big moves, now's the time to do it. But I just feel like, overall, Katie's on the outs. It's a simple vote. To keep it simple, So hopefully, if Katie loses immunity, then we can get rid of her because I think that's smarter. Okay, Natalie, you're gonna be a bit careful with Grace. She's talked to Katie and me, trying to get the votes on you. Oh, so should we get rid of her? Personally, no. I think she's still with us. I talked her out of it. I say we stick with Katie. Okay. Well, yeah, a bit wary of her. We'll see what happens. Okay, Grace scares me a little bit. She's very strategic. She's not very strong, but she's really thinking. She thought about voting out Owen last night, and that would have been a big move on her part. Now she's thinking, well, now's the time to make a big move while Katie's desperate. Daryl assures me that that's not really the case. I hope he's telling the truth because I still want to work with Grace. I like her, but if it has to come to it, I will try and get rid of her. Because if the idea is there and she pulls it off, which I know she can, it will be bye-bye for me or Owen, and I don't like that. So there's been talk about Grace wanting to flip and take Daryl with her to take out one of us. Well, that's not good. But Daryl says he's not going to go through with it, so we can just get rid of Katie? Or do you want Grace gone? I mean, I like Grace. I think Katie's more of an option because Katie's stronger. I think we should have voted her out last night. I stuck with you guys because, stick with the majority. But Katie's a much stronger physical threat in challenges. She has the potential to win one. And I think we should just stick on taking her out right now. And then maybe Grace later. I'm not quite sure. The only thing is that final four, if those two stick together and the two of us stick together, it could be bad. I know, but I don't know if that would happen. I mean, I'm quite close with Daryl. And yeah, we can get Grace out next time, but right now, Katie should be our top priority. Okay. So there seems to be a lot of conversation right now for some particularly weird reason. I think Katie should go home. I wanted her to go home last night because of her physical prowess, but everyone seems to be have a big debate between Grace or Katie. Katie's got to go. I like Grace. Grace can go next time for all I care. Right now, my priority is taking me and my allies in Natalie and Daryl. Well, I like Grace as well. She's my ally, but the two people I'm closest with to the end with me. And hopefully by then, I can make it to the end. So Katie's got to go. She scares me a little bit with her physical prowess, but yeah, I think we can keep it simple tonight. Are you ready to get to your 6th individual immunity challenge? Yeah. Okay, for today's challenge, you're going to lie between these two blocks and try and balance there. If you fall, you're out of the challenge. Last person standing will win immunity, safe from the vote. Losers, tribal council, where somebody will be the 12th person voted out for this game. Alright, we'll draw for spots and we'll get started. Okay, everybody is in position and this challenge is on. It's the final 5. This is a very big immunity challenge. You want to dig deep, all 5 staying strong. Seems like all 5 of you want it. You should want it. This is a big immunity challenge. What is the overall strategy to winning this game? People may have different opinions. Ooh, Grace's strategy to winning this challenge obviously didn't work. She's the first person out. Everybody wants this win. You've been going for 5 minutes. Keep it up. Congratulations, you've been going for 10 minutes. Ooh, Daryl's starting to tip over. Ooh, Daryl slips. He's the next person out of this challenge. We're down to 3. Owen, Natalie, and Katie, fighting it out for immunity. Who will win? You've been going for 15 minutes. Dig deep. Congratulations, you have been going for 30 minutes. Keep it up. Ooh, it looks like Natalie couldn't hold it much longer. She's the 3rd person out of this challenge. We've got a battle between Katie and Owen. Ooh, large amounts of movement from Katie. Can she just hold on? Katie desperately trying to hold on. Oh, but Owen falls, meaning Katie wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Katie, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 4. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight, where somebody will be the 12th person voted out for this game and the 5th member of the jury. It will not be you. Alright, grab your stuff, get back to camp. Good night. Winning is a great feeling. I don't know how much I needed this one, probably a lot. I knew I was on the chopping block. So hopefully, with this around my neck, I can cause a little bit of chaos. Let's see what happens. Congrats, Katie. Yeah, great job, girl. Thanks. Who was right? Who was right? Me. I told you Katie should have gone home. This is just kind of karma for them. I did stick with the majority because that's where the majority was going. But we should have voted Katie. It was definitely the better option, and now we have to turn on each other. Well, that was unfortunate. Yep, I told you so. Yeah, buddy, we know. Okay, well, looks like we're gonna have to vote one of each other out. Okay, Grace, what do you want? Well, it's gotta be Owen, I think. Well, not Natalie. Yeah, Owen's very physical and very social. I think that will be quite tough to beat later in the game. I think Natalie, she's a bit more of a strategic threat. Yeah, but Owen's much more physical than her, and he's got good jury grip. I think we need to get rid of him. Okay, I'm down for that. I'll think about it. This is perfect. Hopefully everything goes to plan. Owen goes home, then Natalie, and then probably Daryl. I think me and Grace will get together and vote him out. So, yeah, if Daryl works with us tonight, I make it to the final two. How crazy is that? All because of just this little immunity one. I like Natalie, don't get me wrong, but I don't know how she can try and take out a threat and not be perceived as a threat herself. I mean, I like Owen. I love Owen a lot. Me and him get along very well. And me and Grace get along extremely well, but I came here wanting to make good connections, play honourable, and take out some big threats. I took out Dan. Maybe it's time I take out a big threat, and that's either going to be Grace or Owen. Depending on who Owen and Natalie want out, we'll see what happens. I could be a swing vote tonight. You guys aren't going to vote me out, right? No, we've been thinking, well, it's going to be Grace. I mean, she threw out both our names. Yeah, she's targeting you, Owen. Oh, yeah, no, we definitely have to get rid of her. Yeah, so me and Owen are going to do it. Are you going to do it? Well, I'll think about it. You know, you guys know I like her, but I like you guys as well, so we'll see about that. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm on the chopping block. I don't like this at all. I'm nervous, and I have no immunity necklace to hide behind tonight. Hopefully I stay, but Daryl wasn't 100% sure that he was going to work with us, because I get it. Him and Grace have very good connections, and I understand that, but, you know, I need to make sure that my connections with him are more strong. Well, I'm nervous. Yeah, you can ask me that. That didn't sound reassuring at all. Should one of us go talk to him? I will. It's me who's on the chopping block. I should be the one to go and talk to him. Okay. Dude, I get working with Grace, but you're probably going to be on the bottom of that alliance. I don't think so. Well, Grace and Katie, they're very, well, I know they've voted for each other a couple of times. They're not really on the same page sometimes, but they're girls. They'll stick together. They'll be very close. All I'm trying to say is that me and you have a deal that I don't go by my word. I will stick to my word there. And if you are to vote with me and Natalie tonight to take out Grace, it will be final three, the three of us, and then perhaps I will take you to the final two if I am to win final immunity. I'll think about it. Okay, I'm a swing vote. I don't like the position, it makes me nervous. I've got two options. Grace, somebody who's a very close ally to me, somebody who I really like. Me and her have been close for a long time. I don't want to get rid of her, but at the same time, I don't want to get rid of Owen. Me and him have a deal. He says if I stick with him and me and him are at final three, if he wins immunity, he'll take me to the final two. I don't have a promise like that with any other player in the game. And I don't know him to lie. He's not really a person who lies. He doesn't go back on his word. He says he's a man to his word. But at the same time, I know Grace better than him, and me and Grace are very good allies. I did vote out Danny was my ally, but I feel better with Grace, so I've got a big decision to make tonight. Welcome, fellas out, to your 6th Merged Tribal Council. First things first, we'll bring in the members of the jury. Chris, Carol, Dan, and Ken. Voted out at last night's Tribal Council. Okay, Katie, you win immunity, so you're guaranteed the spot in the final four. How does that make you feel? Feels great, Jeff. I was in a very bad situation before this, so winning this is good closure, and hopefully I can win one more, get to the final three, and then see what happens after that. Naturally. Yeah. So, there's a lot of aspects that go into tribal and voting, right? But this is a final five tribal council. This is different. Does that make strategy different? Yeah, it makes strategy different. Not for a particular reason that it is final five. It's because that great Katie won immunity, and you know she wasn't really in the majority alliance. So now the majority alliance have to turn on each other. Grace, does this sound bad to you that the majority alliance have to turn on each other? Yeah, because when that happens, no one really wants to vote each other out from the majority alliance, so it gets a bit messy. Daryl, where do you sit in tonight? I won't lie, I'm the swing vote. There's two sides that come out tonight, and I'm going to be the one sending somebody out, so that puts a lot of pressure on me. Owen, Daryl says he's a swing vote. Does that make you nervous? Yep, I have heard my name, but you know, that's Survivor. You know, you've got to put faith in players, and hopefully that the players sitting around me tonight I can trust, and hopefully I stay here. I know that the position Daryl's in as swing vote's difficult, so hopefully he can work well with my side, and we can get rid of the person my side have decided to get rid of. Okay, well it is time to vote. Daryl, you'll start us off. Owen, if you go home, I should have a clear path to the final five, so bye-bye. Grace, you're sweet, but you're very, very cunning. I've enjoyed playing the game with you, but you've got to go for me to move forward in this game. I'll tally the votes. The person with the most votes must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Grace. Second vote, Owen. That's one vote Grace, one vote Owen. Third vote, Grace. That's two votes Grace, one vote Owen, two votes left. Fourth vote, Owen. We are tied again. Two votes Owen, two votes Grace, one vote left. The eighth vote, and the 12th person voted out and the 5th member of the jury, Grace. Grace, that's three, that's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Dang, girl, they played you. Aw, unlucky girl. Grace, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, congratulations to the four of you. You've got 3 more days out here in Bermuda. You've got 2 more tribal councils to attend before we crown a champion. Which of you will win the game? Only time will tell. Grab your torches, back to camp. Good night. Yep, they sure did get me, didn't they? Well, I'm not really disappointed. I don't have the highest hopes for Katie. Daryl, I wish you all the best. Natalie and Owen, I respect the move, and I wish you the best as well. Good luck to the final 4, I guess. Last night's tribal was awful. I mean, you know, my closest ally at the time, Grace, went home, and now I'm back to the position where I was before. On the bottom, no allies. I do have a plan. I'm going to try and talk to some people saying that, yes, I think the only way I can get through is to say I'm not the big threat, you know? Try and get the target off of me and put it on somebody else, and maybe start trying to win more of these necklaces, because they seem to have helped a lot. Okay, hear me out. Yeah. I know me and you have not had a lot in common, but Daryl is a much bigger threat than I am, and so is Owen. I think me and you, maybe Owen should try and get rid of Daryl, because he's a bigger threat. Huh. You know, I understand that. You kind of are right. Okay, I have a few options next time we go to tribal. I can just vote out Katie, go with the flow if she doesn't win immunity again, or I can try and make something happen and get rid of Daryl. I have no intention of taking Daryl or Owen to the end. It just depends on who I feel like taking to the end, if I am to win final immunity. But, you know, Daryl is a big threat. Maybe I could potentially try and take him out. But it's kind of what Grace tried to do, and she got voted out for it. But, you know, I'm different than Grace. If I want the move to happen, it will probably happen. So, Katie approached me to say, you know, maybe Daryl's time to go. He's a big threat. Isn't that what Grace just tried to do to you and me? Yeah, but Grace was trying to get us out. She's proposing to take out Daryl, and technically Daryl was a swing vote, and he helped in the plan to take out Dan, so he is a very big threat, and he's got good jury rep. I don't really want to. I feel we should just go with the flow and take out Katie. The reason I'm standing here is because Daryl voted with me, he listened to my words, and he's willing to go along with me. And now Grace is like saying, no, we can't trust Daryl, he's a big threat. I get it, he is a big threat, but I don't want to go behind his back and backstab, and that's just not my gameplay. But he is a big threat, and I might not get this opportunity again. There's a lot going through my mind. I really want to vote out Katie. I don't like her, I don't have a lot to do with her, and she's better to me on the jury than still in this game. Where is everybody? So everybody's running off, and that makes me nervous because, you know, I haven't been introduced in really many conversations after we got back from Tribal, and they could be plotting to get rid of me because I was a swing vote and I have made some big moves. Dude, what's everybody been doing since we got back? To be honest, Katie's gone up to Natalie and saying, hey, this is a big move, we should get rid of you, and Natalie's like, maybe I should take that on board. So she came and talked to me and said, we've got two options. We can either take out Katie, go along with the flow, or we can make a big move and take you out. So she's considering taking me out. Yes, but I disagree with it, and I think if I'm not going to go through with it, there's no point in her going through with it, so she might not go through with it. Oh, okay. Then I hear that Natalie's been talking about perhaps a blindside on Daryl, and I'm like, no, you know, that's bad, because Owen told me, I'm glad the guy did, it means I can trust him, but I can't trust Natalie, so hopefully Katie, who I'm pretty sure is willing to just go with the flow and just go where the numbers are, can work with me and Owen, we can take Natalie out, because she's a big threat, and she's throwing my name out there, and I don't like that at all. Are you ready to get to your next individual immunity challenge? Yeah. Okay, for today's challenge, you're going to race out and collect the block. You'll then bring it back. You'll go out and collect another block. Then you'll bring it back and proceed to stack it on your platform. Then you'll race out to your torch. Bring the torch back and proceed to light the top of the tower. First person to light the top of their tower will win immunity, safe from the vote. Losers Tribal Council, where somebody will be the 13th person voted out for this game. Alright? Everyone's in position. Survivors ready? Go! Everybody is running out. Owen seems to have a little lead over Natalie and Daryl. Owen gets his first piece and he's running back. Natalie gets to her first piece. Daryl and Katie are still running out. Owen's almost back with his first block. Natalie and Daryl coming back with their first block. They're kind of close, and Katie is trailing behind. Owen and Daryl get their first block. They're heading out. Owen has a mammoth lead over everybody else. Owen has a second block, and he's heading back. Natalie and Daryl still heading out. Katie gets her first block back, but she is a lot behind. Owen coming back with his second block. Natalie and Daryl have their second block. And Katie is still running out to get her second block. She might be out of it at this point. Owen's completed his sculpture and he's going out to get his fire. Natalie and Daryl have made up a little bit of ground. Katie coming back with her second block. Owen is flying ahead. It's a two-way battle between Natalie and Daryl though to see if they can catch up to Owen. And Katie is basically out of it at this point. Owen's got his flame and he's heading out. Daryl and Natalie still trying to get to their flame? Well, Katie is really just should sit down and watch. Owen's almost back to his sculpture, but he must be tired because Natalie and Daryl have made up a lot of ground. Katie is now coming back with her fire. Owen seems to have wasted away a big lead. Now all three of them are starting to try and get their fire started. Now Katie's back with her fire. Can she get back in this game? But these three have been at it for a while. And Daryl gets his fire up, meaning Daryl wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Congratulations, Daryl, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final three. As for the rest of you, Trouble Council tonight, where somebody will be the 13th person voted out of this game and the 6th member of the jury. It will not be you. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. I'll see you tonight. Winning's great. It gives me a little bit more, clarity. I'm not going to go home. Natalie can't get a move off the ground anymore. And I can try and take her out without really any repercussions at all. Except maybe an Owen blindside, but I'm not open to that at all. Well done, Daryl. Yeah, congrats. First person into the final three. Yeah, it's a good feeling. Where are they going? Daryl winning immunity is, it's bad, but not the worst thing. I mean, like, if he didn't win, it gave me the opportunity to blindside him. But Owen wasn't open to that anyway. So I was just going to go along with the plan and try and get rid of Katie, as I believe that's where everyone else was going, but everyone seemed to have walked away. I mean, these guys aren't aware of their surroundings, right? I'm like right there, and I saw all three of them walk into the forest. Maybe I should have a little bit of a sneak peek. Did she see us? No. Good. So, she's a big threat. I mean, like, I like her. I don't feel very comfortable going against her, but I guess we're at that point in the game where it makes sense. She was trying to go after Daryl. I have a deal with Daryl, so I'm like wondering, why don't we just go after her? Yeah, I'm down for that. Sure. Okay. So, yeah, my suspicions were raised for a good reason. So I spied on them, and I got a lot from it. Because as a police officer, you learn to take details away from stuff like that. And I heard that Owen said, I don't really want to do it, but I think we should. And, if he's not really 100% with it, that means there's a bit of a crack. And there's still potential he flips. Now, I can't go after him, so my best bet is to try and keep him on my side to take out Katie. It's not the biggest move in the world, but it gets me to the final three, hopefully. Hey, Owen. Hey, Natalie. So who are you going with? Katie? By the way, I heard the conversation. What? I'm sorry. You weren't meant to find out about that. I understand it, moves are moves, but I'm just telling you, if you go with them to the final three, I know you and Daryl are closer together, but you said it yourself. Katie is a dark horse when it comes to challenges. I mean, she was behind for a long time in that challenge, and she caught up quite quickly. She has the opportunity to, opportunity to fight with us. And if you vote her out instead of voting me out, that means you've got me and Daryl, and if you need me to, I can give you immunity, and you're better off taking me because you and me are allies, right? So if you take me, I can take you to the final two. You have my word. Oh, God. What do you mean? Well, here's the truth. I kind of told Daryl the same thing, and Daryl said he'll do it as well. Oh. Well, this is not good. Natalie said that I'm better off going to the final three with her because it means me and her can get to the final two easily, because she said if she wins, she'll take me. While Daryl said the same thing to me, and I said the same thing to Daryl. So, it's a bit confusing, but because it means if any of us win, then someone's going to get betrayed and stuff. But, both of them end up with me being in the final two. I have promises to take them, but they have promises to take me. So, maybe Katie is the right option tonight, but at the same time, Natalie has proven herself to be a little bit untrustworthy at times. Dude, I don't know. What do you mean? Well, maybe we should vote out Katie. Why? Well, Katie's a dark horse when it comes to challenges. She's able to catch up and compete with us. Yeah, but Natalie's a bigger threat. Overall, yes, but Natalie's still got our best interests at heart. And the chances of one of us going to the final two with her is much stronger. Yeah, but the thing is that Katie's much more weaker than Natalie and not as big of a threat. You think so, but when you look at the jury, look at the people in the jury that like her. You've got Ken, Grace maybe even Dan. She does have good jury rep with some of those people. I get that. But Natalie overall is just a bigger threat. Maybe, but we can still use Natalie, potentially. Okay, so Owen is getting cold feet, which I understand, but his reasoning to me doesn't make full sense. I mean, yes, I guess Katie is a dark horse when it comes to challenges. She might have a bit of jury rep, and I guess Natalie might have more interest, a bit of interest in us than Katie does, but Katie overall is not a threat to me. And I think Natalie has to go. But, if I'm the only one to vote with Katie, that's bad. So me and him have to come up with an agreement. And an agreement, we might not agree with. So this could be an interesting trial. I mean, outside the conversation I've had with Daryl and Owen to vote out Natalie, no one else has talked to me. I understand Natalie not talking to me, but I haven't heard any reassurance from Daryl or Owen. So yes, I'm nervous going into the night's tribal. I don't have a necklace. I could be going home. Hopefully it's Natalie. I'm putting Natalie's down regardless. And when we get there, I'm going to try my best to convince the two of them to stick with me. So let's just see what happens tonight. Welcome the final four to another tribal council. First things first, we'll bring in the members of our jury. Chris, Carol, Dan, Ken, and Grace voted out at last night's tribal council. Natalie, now the game starts to get real, because we've got the final three coming up in the final round of this game. So, the strategy talk, yes, there's only a few options, but it must have been intense. It was. I have heard my name, so hopefully that doesn't come true tonight. Daryl, you won immunity. How does it make you feel going into the final immunity challenge coming up? It's good. I'll probably have the most morale, and if I win it, I'm into the final two. So I think my chances of winning from here, I don't want to put a big fill on my back, is actually quite high. Katie, how do you feel about tonight? Nervous, Jeff. Very nervous. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I know, overall, I'm not a big threat. Yes, I might have a bit of jury rep, I won't deny that. I mean, I've got people up there who I'm friends with that know me. But overall, why not hold on to me a little bit longer? I'm by myself. I'll be loyal to anybody. Oh, and that's interesting. Haley's just saying don't vote me out. So, if you're not going to vote for her, that means you're going to have to vote for Natalie. Yeah, I won't lie, it's between Natalie and Katie tonight, so it's up to me and Daryl. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do. Okay, with that, it is time to vote. Owen, you'll start us off. Not going to lie, this is the first time in, 37 days I've felt nervous. Hopefully you go home tonight, and not me. Natalie, I am a little bit nervous tonight, but hopefully my tribal council speech has convinced Daryl and Owen to vote you out instead of me. So, bye. I'll tally the votes. Person with the most votes must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Katie. Second vote, Natalie. That's 1 vote Katie, 1 vote Natalie. Third vote, Katie. It's 2 votes Katie, 1 vote Natalie, 1 vote left. The fourth vote, and the 13th person voted out, and the 6th member of the jury. Katie. Katie, that's 3. That's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch. Thank you. You're welcome. No problem. Katie, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Okay, good luck, guys. Well, congratulations to the 3 of you. You've made it to the final 3. That is a big achievement. Which of you will win the final immunity challenge and secure a spot in the finale? We'll wait and see. Grab your torches, head back to camp. Good night. It kills me that Owen and Daryl never stuck with me, but you know, I'll have to live with it. I survived a long time out here in Bermuda, made a few friends, made a few enemies. The one thing I do want to know is, did I do better than Cassandra? Because that's who I was trying to do better than. I obviously got voted out a bit earlier than she did,